Hello, Durud and Shalom. We be live. My name is Armin Navabi.
And I'm Ali Samani, and we're your Iran experts. Today, a big shakeup happened. Some call it a mistake, some call it by intention. Donald Trump has made some statements, and his statements caused the price of oil to suddenly jump and forced him to make some press statements to bring the price of oil back down. A lot of people are criticizing him for that. Additionally, in the Islamic Republic, a ton of officials were appointed to key positions. The commander-in-chief of the IRGC is now confirmed. The intelligence ministers, everything, they're all appointed, and none of them are in favor of negotiations, are they, Armin? These guys are gearing up for two things: kill Iranian people the next time they come out, and destroy America and Israel. Those are the only two things that they're preparing for at the moment. Am I right?
Yes, and guys, this is a bombshell. And guys, we will have Santur, not at the beginning, at the end. People are saying, "Where's the Santur?" So yeah, this is a bombshell, Ali, and I don't even know. Like, let's just go through it.
Yeah, we're gonna have to go through it.
Yeah, we could go through it. So go explain what's happening, and
it's
ask me if you have any questions. Ask me, because I can. If I get started, I'm not going to be able to stop.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're actually going to go through and tell you everyone who got appointed and what exactly that means. This is a lot more significant than people realize. I also noticed something when I went through the IRGC news and media outlets and their discussions. I noticed something a little bit strange, toward a sort of like censoring that they're pushing onto their own people, and we'll point that out as well. Do you guys remember the new Mecca alliance between Saudi Arabia, Pakistan, Turkey? It was supposed to be Egypt as well. Well, turns out Egypt actually backed out, and we'll get into why they said that, which is quite funny. The United Kingdom has caught a couple of its drones transmitting information to China, who just launched a rocket, or attempted to launch a rocket into space, and it blew up extraordinarily in midair. At the same time, Libya had an oil refinery hit for the second time in 3 days. They're having some attacks going on. We don't know who it is, but beginning with the fact that, and also the oil markets are quite interesting. We'll see that America is actually for the first time buying oil during this conflict again because of short reserves. So let's begin with Donald Trump today and then get into the Islamic Republic. It ties in perfectly. So Donald Trump made this statement. He said, "Hey, I noticed that Iran, the Islamic Republic, they're asking for compensation." So it finally got word to him, because the Islamic Republic said, we're not even going to negotiate with the Americans until we get a bunch of money, and we get all this, we get all that, and we get our ice cream sundaes and our Costco membership and everything like that. And Donald Trump's like, that's ridiculous. If you guys want compensation, you know what? We want compensation. We're actually going to use your frozen assets to not only compensate the families of Americans who died to your roadside bombs, we're actually going to go ahead and compensate all the protesters that were slain. We're going to compensate all the people who lost their lives in Yemen and Lebanon and etc. with your money. When he said this turned out to push oil prices up about 5%. So they pushed it from in the high 70s to the mid 80s, and it forced him to come out in a press statement a couple hours later to say that the strait is open, completely under our control, and that caused oil prices to stabilize. Let's see what he said.
The mines, we've mine swept the entire strait, as you probably maybe heard, maybe you didn't hear, but we control the strait 100%. Now, can they make trouble? Yeah, they can make trouble, but they're broke. They have no money. Iran is broke. The mines.
So he seems to be pretty content sitting back and pushing that economic blockade onto them. Also, for you guys saying no sound to it, it's not going to be at the beginning. It's going to be when we have finished giving you guys the news and we finished our analysis, and then that's when we usually do the punishment for whoever loses the super chat race, of which I am at 7. What are you at?
Oh shit, I'm at 5.
Let's
Guys,
go. All right, we're winning today. We're
Ali
winning
is at
today.
7. Oh no.
We gotta win this.
Guys, again, I will get you more
My turn.
Santur if I win. Okay.
So, and he said that. So oil prices have somewhat stabilized, but guess what, guys? There's two big developments in today's world. One is that there are a bunch of fuel tankers, oil tankers that are transiting the Atlantic Ocean. Saudi Arabia, look at where they came from. They came from Saudi Arabia. The United States is buying Saudi Arabian oil. Here's why. Right here in the Red Sea, the Houthis declared the Bab el-Mandeb right there closed. So we'll actually go zoom in a little bit more for you guys. They declared this close. So all the Saudi ships actually had to go through here. But instead of selling it to Europe, who desperately needs this oil, America bid for this oil and bought it instead. This oil went all the way across the Atlantic and is now arriving in Texas, where it is being bought at the end of the day still on a discount. So it looks like the US is going to take that and then sell it to the Europeans for a premium to make some money. Or at the same time, want to remind you guys so we tell you all the time the oil reserves of the United States is plummeting at an alarming rate. Well, we actually just got information. At the current drawdown rate, the current rate at which we're releasing our oil reserves, we're going to hit the congressional minimum of 252 million barrels in 8 weeks or less, depending on if the rate increases. We only have 46 more million barrels to go before we hit rock bottom. And that is pretty alarming. An 8-week timeline. That could be why we're buying oil from Saudi Arabia at the moment. But here's another thing that's happening as well. So that's actually a little bit alarming to me. Let's go here. The oil tankers, again, from Saudi Arabia, looks like they've been selling a lot, are making their way around the Cape of India from China. They're going back into the Strait of Hormuz. They just sold their oil and deloaded it to China. Now they're coming back into the Persian Gulf to get some more. I guarantee you some of these ships are going to be hit. Some of them might even be destroyed. And that's just the price of business that Saudi Arabia is going to be having to pay. I don't know if the United States is going to, quote unquote, go all out to protect them here when they traverse the Strait of Hormuz. I don't see any reason for them to. I, in fact, see the exact opposite possibly happening. Maybe a couple Saudi tankers do get hit. Maybe as a reminder of, hey, why did you sign this deal with Pakistan and Turkey and Egypt, who, by the way, Cairo, Egypt straight up backed out. Egypt said, you know what? I changed my mind. I don't want to choose sides. Why do I have to choose between, being on the Turkish, Saudi Arabian side and the Israeli side? I don't want to choose. I'm out. Bye-bye. Last second. So when Egypt said, oh, because of a technical difficulty, we will sign it later. No, they just didn't want to sign it. They didn't want to choose sides. Smart decision by Egypt, quite frankly. Do not cast in your lot with this Sunni alliance. What do you think?
Yeah. Yeah, maybe Egypt has eyes on the Abrahamic Accord one day. What do you think? Is that possible? I don't know.
I think
so.
it's a bit optimistic. Hopefully,
optimistic. There would
I
be
think they're probably just going to be like
Islamic uprising in Egypt. Egyptians
Yeah.
would not tolerate that.
Yeah, I think Egypt for now is just like, hey, let's just stay out of whatever. Something's about to hit the fan. Let's stay out of it.
Yeah, maybe Egypt is like, yeah, we're not fighting with anybody that much. Pakistan is fighting with India. Saudi Arabia is fighting with the Islamic Republic. Turkey is basically expanding the Ottoman Empire. If we make a pact with you guys, we're gonna get dragged into so many wars. We don't have anybody fighting with us. Maybe Ethiopia one day, actually. I don't know. Yeah, actually, Egypt might fight Ethiopia over water dams at some point, but we'll see. But for Egypt, we're okay. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, it could be. Um, there's something I did want to ask you about. So let's go back to the oil thing. Armin, what do you think about this? The fact that the United States is now buying Saudi oil at a discount. They did outbid European countries to buy this oil. At the end of the day, it's still bought on discount, guys, but we're falling at an alarming rate. Our oil reserves are pretty close to, I mean, they're pretty much empty, 8 weeks away. 8 weeks away from bottoming out is quite alarming to me. Suggests that a lot's going to happen in the next 8 weeks, in my opinion. What do you think?
So here's the thing: a lot of people say U.S. doesn't need Middle Eastern oil. So, but now it's buying Saudi oil, right?
Yeah, and a lot of it.
So So see, guys, the whole oil's global oil is connected. Just because you produce oil doesn't mean that you don't need other people's oil. So the United States use a lot of its oil, and now it's low on strategic oil reserves. So now it's buying Saudi oil to replace its oil reserves, to replenish its oil reserves, strategic oil reserves, right? That's the reason. Isn't that the reason?
Exactly, that's the reason. So these are 14 oil tankers from Saudi Arabia going straight to Texas. This will boost up our oil reserves for a while. It'll increase that 8-week timeline. But keep in mind, guys, the price of oil is globally set. No matter how much we produce domestically within the United States, we cannot sell it for more or less than what the world market decides. Just not how it works. It's all connected. Also, we did order states like California and Alaska to quadruple, even quintuple their production of oil. That takes time. And in the meantime, we're kind of squeezed. So it makes sense for us to buy this. I assume we're going to buy even more. And at the same time, the other global power who just bought a ton of oil was China. And these are the oil tankers coming back to the Middle East to once again load up on oil and go back to China. China bumped up its production. They decreased their demand for oil when all of this, the 40-day war kicked off, because they didn't want to suffer. That was a temporary band-aid. They upped their demand once again, and they just bought a ton, if not most, the majority of the oil sitting on the Asian oceans and the markets here. So what that does is it encourages the price of oil to stay high, because it shows that there's a big demand, many buyers for it. At the same time, it's not good for the United States. Price of oil, the higher it stays, it's not good for the United States. It's not good for the entire world. And what I predict China is going to do after this is it bought the oil. Prices are high right now. It'll use that, decrease its demand if it can again, and try to weather out the storm like this. So it can actually decrease and increase the price of oil by buying a lot of it at key moments, which it seems like we're approaching a key moment. Libya, for some reason, someone or something is striking an oil refinery outside the city of Tripoli and Al Zawiya. So an oil refinery here was struck. This was actually the second time in 3 days that it was struck. The oil tanker the oil fuel reserve building storage completely collapsed, caught on fire, and they still have not been able to put it out. It's burning well into the night here. You can actually see, and turn off the siren sound, you can actually see crews dumping water around the storage because they don't want the other storage to catch on fire as well. That would be completely disastrous, but I don't see this fire going out anytime soon. Apparently on Saturday they were hit, but nothing caught on fire. Looks like the drone missed. Drone hit today. And that's raising some questions, because if we take a look at where Libya is, it's over here. It's pretty far away from all of this. So who in the world is launching drones into Libya? I have no idea. Who even has that range? So this is the question of the day. If anyone has any answers, please let me know, because I'm sure the CIA would also like to know the answer to that. But looks like we're seeing some oil escalation here around the world. The more things like that are hit, the more oil goes up, the worse it is for everyone. Someone's doing it on purpose. So let's get into Iran. Here's where our analysis really helps out you guys to see what's going on and what is going on indeed. So, oh man, let's just play this for you guys and we will talk. Guys, we have some big appointments for the Islamic Republic, and where to start? Let me pull up the list here. All right, so let's start with the biggest one first. So Ahmad Vahidi, a name that you guys have heard multiple times, has now been officially appointed as the IRGC Commander-in-Chief. Armin, let's talk about that. Actually, oh, you. Okay, so the picture's right there. You guys know this guy. Armin, why is it important? What does this signify that Vahidi is now officially the Commander-in-Chief?
So it means that the Supreme Leadership Office is moving away from Ghalibaf and towards maximum aggression of the Vahidi camp within the IRGC. So it's now finally confirmed. It means that Mujtaba or his institution is now back, and now it's now relevant again, because they were the Supreme Leadership Office was being sidelined, and now they're coming back with full force and pushing everybody aside, including Ghalibaf. And this means that the potential deal is less likely than ever before. It also, by the way, Pezeshkian apparently met with Mujtaba for 7 hours to talk about all of this. 7 hours.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he's claiming, at least.
Yeah,
But that is not the most. Yeah. But Vahidi is not the most important person that they. So there's a whole bunch of names that have now been getting new position. And even though this is important, that's not the most important one. There are other names.
Let's take a look at a couple of the important ones here. I think this guy might be of interest to us right here. This man. Let's make this bigger for you guys. Does anyone know who this is?
Yeah, this is the most important one. Ali, who has been saying on this show to remember this guy, because we will hear about him soon? Remember, guys?
Yeah.
Remember?
I think I remember. Yeah. I think I do.
Guys, remember this?
I think I remember what we've been saying for a while. And you were the first one to say it out of anyone. Anyone.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me reintroduce you to Hossein Taeb. Just call him Taeb, or you can call him, I don't know, bathroom towel around his head, whatever you want. This guy is now the head of the Basij. And you guys know who the Basij is. He's the commander of the Basij now. The Basij are the orcs. They're the retards who hold weapons in the streets and they kill people. That's what they do. They're drugged up. You can't reason with them. They're heavily indoctrinated on purpose from boyhood to follow the Supreme Leader's orders without question. They're the orcs. He is now the commander of that force. Armin, what position did this guy serve before, and where has he been all this time? What's he been up to?
So, guys, if you remember, a couple of months ago, I told you to remember Hussein Taib. Hussein Taib has been the link between the Office of the Supreme Leadership and the IRGC intelligence. Okay. He is the best friend and the most trusted person by the person most trusted by Mujtaba. He was part of the Habib circle from the Iran-Iraq war, right? So Mujtaba Khamenei and Hussein Taib, when they were at war, they both were in the military during the Iran-Iraq war. They were part of the Habib battalion in 1987, right? So Mujtaba Khamenei was there, and that's when Mujtaba and this guy, they created something after called the Habib Circle. So Hossein Taib has been Mujtaba Khamenei's right-hand man and one of the most important influential people within the Islamic Republic. When Ali Khamenei was alive, Mujtaba Khamenei for a long time was basically doing everything behind the scenes, and Hossein Taib was the one who was doing it for him. They basically created a brotherhood within the circle that went and eliminated everybody that was against them. All the reformers and all the Iranian people, anybody that was in their way, they would eliminate them, physically kill them, right? And this guy did it for Mujtaba. And this guy has served both in the Supreme Leadership Office and the IRGC intelligence until they pushed him and they moved him because of failure in intelligence because of the Israel. He was removed from his position. But now when Mujtaba became the Supreme Leader, I told you that this guy is probably the real Supreme Leader behind the scenes. And now you see that he's back. I told you he will be back. I told you he's going to be important. And now you're seeing that this is happening. So, so the security issues, setbacks that this guy had was in 2022. And that's why they basically removed him from his position because of some of the things that he did that was, he couldn't push back against Israel. But now, it's interesting.
So I have a question for you. So you're saying this guy could potentially be the shadow supreme leader?
Yes, yeah. When Ali Khamenei was alive and Mujtaba Khamenei was alive, this guy did everything that Mujtaba wanted to do. He was his right-hand man with all the connections. And now,
so this was the guy who got to shadow and see everything that the supreme leader would do. He connected the supreme leader's office to the intelligence gathering operation in the Islamic Republic. He knows exactly how everything works. That's what you're saying, right?
Yes. And now his position, the position that he has been receiving, that he has now, indicates something very important, right? So here's a question for you guys, right? There were so many positions that now that the Supreme Leadership I told you guys that Ghalibaf has the upper hand. And I always followed by saying for now, because the reason why I said for now, because I knew that at some point the Office of Supreme Leadership will get its act together and use their soft power to regain control back over who's actually making the decisions, right? And now that day has arrived. And the Office of the Supreme Leadership, this is their most important person that they have. So they could have given him so many different positions. They could have put him as the head of the National Security Council. They could have put him as the head of intelligence within IRGC. They could have given him so many different important positions, but they gave him the head of Basij. What does that tell you? What does that tell you? That the most important leverage, the most important figure within the Supreme Leadership Office is now being put at the head of Basij. What does that tell you guys? Anybody?
Yeah, guys, what do you think they're preparing for?
Anybody? Oh, yes. Exactly. Look at this. They fear Iranians. Yes, somebody's saying they fear Iranians more than Israel. It means that their number one concern right now is an uprising. It's the next uprising from both sides, from the secular-minded Iranians, but also from their own jihadi-minded Iranians.
So, Armin, they appointed the guy who has the most know-how, not only about the internal factions of the Islamic Republic, but also how to suppress the people, and has had the knowledge of like just everything. This guy's most knowledgeable person at the moment. They put him in charge to suppress, and I'm going to end my sentence there, suppress, period. Suppress both the regime supporters and the Iranian people. Both of them, guys. That's what they're prepping for.
Right. Yeah. That's where they think the threat is. And you know what is why also they think an uprising is, they're really concerned about uprising, because they think that the war is over and United States is focusing on the blockade and absolute economic fury on the Islamic Republic. So that means that the economic situation in Iran is going to get worse and worse and worse and worse. And that means that it's going to cause sparks that might cause the next uprising. So they are preparing for an inside threat rather than an external threat. That's what they're preparing for.
The Islamic Republic hilariously believes that they are winning this. Genuinely, guys. They do. I'm not kidding. And they're not fooling themselves either. They genuinely, at this point, think that they're winning. They think they caught the United States between a rock and a hard place. Trump can't back out. The price of oil is skyrocketing. The U.S. is running out of oil, et cetera, et cetera. And they're not going to negotiate with Trump over the Strait of Hormuz, because if they do, that allows Trump to basically find a way out of this. They want to keep him right here. Armin, why is that good news? Why is it good news that the Islamic Republic will not back down? They want to keep Trump in this stalemate. They see as stalemate as a victory, and they will not talk or give in. Why is that good news?
Well, that means that we're not going to get a deal, that we're farther away. I think that's what you're saying, that we're farther away from it. Like, we don't want a deal, right, with the Islamic Republic. And all of this shows that we are farther, like, we're not getting closer to a deal. We're always getting farther away from a deal.
Yeah. And it also means, let me know if you agree with this or not, but it also means that this forces Donald Trump's hand. And I'm going to tie this into something else. Donald Trump, I put some pieces together. Donald Trump genuinely believed that a deal was possible with the Islamic Republic. I think he was at some point going for a Delcy Rodriguez. I think he found Ghalibaf in the Islamic Republic and said, that's my man. He can pull everything together, and then the Islamic Republic maybe a few years later will collapse and, you know, everything's fine and dandy, whatever. Maybe that was his goal. But anyway, he was looking for a deal at some point. Now, I don't know who in his administration, you know, really pushed him to do it. Was it J.D. Vance? Was it someone else? I don't know. I don't really care at this point. But Bibi Netanyahu made a visit to the White House a couple of weeks ago, right? He came in and he was anxious. Sorry, go on.
Ali, I don't know if the Islamic Republic is that far off. You know, I think they're more rational than people assume. And I think, like, even if they're wrong and something is happening behind the scenes that me and you don't know about, the current information suggests that, yep, Trump is trying to get out of this, and he doesn't want to escalate, and they don't fear escalation right now, and they're prioritizing the internal threat over the external threat justifiably. And I don't think that, I'm not saying that there's not going to be an escalation. There might be. But what I'm saying, given all the information out there, I think, like, them thinking that Trump is going to, I don't think their calculation is that they're not forcing Trump's hands to attack. They think Trump is incapable of attacking, at least right now. And again, even if they're wrong, the current information would lead you to that conclusion that Trump is trying to find a way out. And if that is wrong, then the Americans have done an amazing job hiding it. But the current information will lead you to that conclusion, justifiably lead you to that conclusion.
And so they're not fooling themselves. The Islamic Republic genuinely believes that they have the upper hand now. And if you looked at just the economic front, maybe you could spin it in a way that they could. You could ignore the fact that the Islamic Republic is falling apart economically, all of that. And I don't know how long they can hold on. But they're completely ignoring the fact that, like half the United States military is parked right outside their borders? Their plan is Donald Trump wants a way out. We're not going to give him one. Midterms are rolling up in a couple months. Let's put the pressure on Donald. Let's not let him back out. Let's keep him in limbo. If we need to say we'll negotiate, we'll say it. Just keep him here. Donald Trump knows this. I think he figured it out a few weeks ago. These people are usually, they have good teams on both sides, by the way. They have good information. They figured this out. Donald Trump stopped trying to talk to the Islamic Republic. I genuinely believe he stopped trying to talk to them. I think these messages are mostly aimed at the other countries around Iran recently. And so Donald Trump did believe he can make a deal. Then, and I am respecting President Trump. I don't think I just said anything disrespectful. Bibi Netanyahu visited Donald Trump a couple weeks ago. Bibi came in anxious. People reported he looked anxious. His team looked anxious. They were anxious. He comes in, has this meeting with Donald Trump, leaves. The people are like, wow, he walked out very happy. He actually looked happy for once. And it turns out, at least this is what I think, Bibi went in thinking Donald Trump was still looking for a deal with the Islamic Republic. Israel knows you cannot make a deal. They were worried that Donald Trump and the United States might want to make a deal. He walks in, finds out Donald Trump gave up on making the deal, walks out happy. He's like, all right, great. And Israeli intelligence knows that the Islamic Republic very well. And they know that their plan, they have people on the inside. They know the Islamic Republic's plan before the Islamic Republic knows their plan. I'm not exaggerating. So when the Islamic Republic is like, okay, guys, let's keep the U.S. in limbo for as long as possible, Israel's like, look, Donald, this is what they're going to do. You know that, right? And he's like, yeah, I can't make a deal with them anymore. Okay, great. So if the Islamic Republic is going to pressure you into the midterms, make you fail the midterms, aren't you going to do something before then? Why not use the military power that you have? And we got back to two options. We got use the military power to completely destroy the Islamic Republic, or we got just use enough to force them back to the negotiating table and extend this for longer. I'm leaning more towards, hey, he's just going to finish them off. If he does strike, it's going to be an all-out strike. I don't see the point of waiting any longer. The strategy is clear. The Islamic Republic is not going to talk. They're not going to negotiate. In fact, they want you to suffer economically like this. And it's actually the same strategy that Saddam Hussein had. Escalate, put pressure on the world, think that this escalation is going to make you untouchable. Never, ever was that going to save Saddam Hussein. It got him hung. Armin, was there anything that I just said that maybe stood out to you?
No, pretty good explanation. I just think that I just think internally we're about to hit a major escalation and a civil war. The internal civil war is going to keep spreading. There is no unifying factor like Ali Khamenei to be able to clean up this mess. And we're just going to be swinging between different fraction of the Islamic Republic having upper hand in different times. And the difference between now and a few years ago is we told people that this is happening and nobody believed it. Most people didn't believe it, and now everybody's believing it because it's happening in front of our eyes. The fact that Kharazi came out and said that Rezai is going to be replacing Zolgadr in the National Security Council, and first they denied it, then they accepted it, then they denied it again, and then they announced it, is like, what the hell is going on? Like, basically, the civil war is undeniable, not just by us, but the pro-regime people. Like, the pro-regime people are seeing something that we were seeing for the past couple of years, and it's now happening in front of our eyes. And because the pro-regime people are seeing the civil war right in front of their eyes without it being united, like people thought we were imagining these things. For so many years, people thought we were imagining these things. And now that it's happening, people are like, holy crap, you guys were right, because they can't hide it anymore. But we went from people not seeing it at all, then people seeing it, but the regime denying it. And now we are to the point that the escalation is so much that they can't even deny it anymore. Like it's out there open and everybody sees it. So it's hard for pro-regime people to have faith in the regime because the regime is taking action against the regime. So, and the only part that you could have full faith in is the supreme leader, and the supreme leader is not even showing up. By the way, a lot of people are saying that maybe he's getting ready to show up because he's prepared everything for his return now. We'll see if he's actually alive or not.
If you watch Fox News, they'll tell you that there's hardliners and moderates, and that's the extent of the fight within the Islamic Republic. If you watch us, you see that there's not just hardliners and moderates, which to us is just BS. It doesn't mean anything. Hardliners, moderates, what does that even mean? They're all the same. You see that people in the Islamic Republic have their own personal goals and ambitions. You can see exactly how these things have gotten to this point, and you can fully understand how there is no way that the Islamic Republic is going to come out unscathed. It's more of like which part of our body do we need to cut off to stay alive? That's what they're deciding. And they're fighting to decide which part they're going to cut off. They can't even decide. I think we did that really well, Armin. I think we did over the past couple of months. I think we talked about this the most out of anyone else, and it may have been boring for you guys, but it looks like at the very least we understand really well who is what and who will do what within the Islamic Republic. So when we tell you guys this new mullah is now appointed to the commander of the Basij, we can tell you, boom, snap, exactly what this guy wants, exactly what he's going to do, and exactly what's going to happen. You only put this guy in place when you're afraid people from within the government are going to rebel against the Islamic Republic, their own people, and at the same time, the Iranian people. And that's called what, Armin? That's the term that you coined.
Or the double uprising.
Correct. That's where we're going.
And this guy is the person in charge of stopping that as the head of the Basij now.
This is his job now.
Guys, like, think about this. Like, nobody has been mentioning Hossein Taib at all, like in any other media that you watch. And we mentioned them, and people are like, who the hell is Hossein Taib? And now he's here as the head of the Basij.
Yeah. When we put this guy in the top 5 people who need to die within the Islamic Republic, and people are like, who is that? Why not put, someone else? We're like, this guy knows too much. He needs to go.
Yeah, he has a lot of experience with intelligence. This guy has been in charge of eliminating so many people who have been standing, have been an obstacle in the way of Mujtaba. Not in the way of the Islamic Republic, but Mujtaba specifically.
Mm-hmm.
This guy has been killing not just the Iranian people, but people within the Islamic Republic. This guy has, I think this man is responsible for killing Hashemi Rafsanjani, the former president of the Islamic Republic. I think he killed him.
Could be.
In his pool.
Yeah, it could be. It could be. So he's guys, this is a Khamenei loyalist. He's like their custodian.
Mujtaba Khamenei loyalist. Not Ali Khamenei loyalist, because he was kicked out by Ali Khamenei.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's like the custodian of Mujtaba Khamenei, like the caretaker of everything affairs-wise.
So it's interesting. Somebody's saying, but this guy would never call Mossad. Actually, there's somebody in Iranian jail that put an audio message out there that said that's claimed in that audio message, a leaked audio, like an audio message that came out, that claimed that this guy is Mossad's #1 spy in the Islamic Republic. I'm not saying that that's true, but that guy said, I have definite evidence that shows that this guy is Mossad's #1 guy within the regime. And I don't know if that is true, but if it is, then holy hell, because this
And let's
guy
talk about
doesn't
that.
get yeah.
And let's talk about that.
If
Armin, oh my God, Armin, if what you said is true, and this guy, who by the way is now the commander of the Basij, guys, think of how significant that is. The guy now in charge of killing the Iranian people could be a Mossad spy. And that when the next uprising, which will be the uprising to overthrow the Islamic Republic, happens, if the commander of the killing force is a insider of the favorite conspiracy theory of the day, there we go, we got ours.
He's the head of the Basij, the most influential person when it comes to IRGC intelligence, and the person completely within the circle of the Supreme Leadership Office right now.
Yeah. So it goes Basij.
Also,
yeah.
And also, as the head of the Basij, Ali, he's also going to be in charge of managing the street protests, right? So think about it. This guy has influence over 3 of the 4 parts of the Islamic Republic, and the 4th part now Mujtaba is trying to control with Rezai in the Security Council, right? So there are 4 parts of the Islamic Republic: the Office of the Supreme Leadership, the IRGC, the Ideological Pressure Camp people, the Priority Camp people, and the negotiation facing track. So now the Supreme Leadership Office is now coming back with full force, right? So they have control over themselves, obviously, and Hossein Taib is also deep inside the Office of the Supreme Leadership. He is also very much was in charge of IRGC intelligence, so he has that connection. As head of the Basij, he's going to be maintaining control over the street protests of the ideological pressure camp people. So that's 3 out of 4. The 4th one, they removed Zolgadr. So Ghalibaf was trying to take control over how the negotiations are happening by getting the National Security Council as the main decision-making institution that is basically deciding how the war and the negotiations go. They removed Zolgadr from the Security Council and they put Rezai in there. Rezai is now Mujtaba's man within the Security Council to reduce Ghalibaf's control over how the negotiations go and how the war goes.
So
4 out of 4.
The cardboard gay supreme leader has now once again, assumed control. The game of Durka.
Well, gained more control, not complete control. So the cardboard strikes back, I guess.
He's back on top now.
Yes.
So
we'll see. For now. Always for
again,
now.
Yes, guys, this is a internal struggle for power. Okay, so the other names, I mean, we got Vahidi, we got Talib. Those were the 2 big dogs. We can give you a list of the other appointed officials, but they're not really that significant. I mean, Ali Abdullahi, Chief of Staff of Iran's armed forces now. All right. That's about it. The other ones, there's Deputy Chief of Staff, Deputy Commander-in-Chief, this and that, whatever. Anyway. So that was quite something, wasn't it? We'll give you guys another piece of news. Well, it turns out that Mr. Ahmadinejad was also seen during this ceremony. The man that everyone says, let me just answer this question for you guys as well. So people are saying, what happened to Radon? Radon is the chief of police. So technically, although it's, there's kind of different things. So it'll go Basij, kind of redrawn, then Taib. So Taib still has the say. Generally. All right. Okay. Ahmadinejad, the guy who denied the Holocaust, the guy who said there are no gays in Iran. Well, his supreme leader is one. And the man who everyone thought that Mossad reached out to him to have him govern the country in a potential coup. He's back. And he showed his face in the ceremony, which suggests that the Islamic Republic they don't even take him seriously. If all these rumors were around him about communicating with Mossad and he just shows up and no one does anything to him, no one cares. So no one cares. The rumors were not true. They were baseless and false. He's in on it with them fully, you can see. Yeah. He also looks to be falling asleep. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. But I'm sorry. I know. Anyway. So let's go back to the map.
Okay, that was my punishment for today with regards to
No.
No, if that was it, we're good. Thank you for that. That was horrible. It's we're already done.
So guys, what's Armin's punishment for the no, I'm kidding. So, okay. That's what's happening. Again, just one more quick recap. The Islamic Republic is getting ready for an uprising from the Iranian people and their own supporters. They're going to crack down really hard. They're getting prepped for that. They've actually already moved some of the terrorist proxies from Afghanistan over here into Sistan Balochistan. The Fatimun are active in the southeast of Iran. But here's a problem. This time they can't get Hamas, they can't get Hezbollah. Some of the PMF is tied up in Iraq at the moment. They're about to disarm by September 30th, which suggests to me that before September 30th is when the Iraqi counterterrorism force is going to fight with the militias, and the US will most definitely join in on that, if not Saudi Arabia as well. When that happens and the PMF is tied up, remember guys, I'm telling you, one of the key markers for if the Iranian people can rise up and for it to be successful is for the PMF, the terrorist proxy in Iraq, controlled by the IRGC, to fall. If they fall or if they're tied up in Iraq and they can't come to Iran to kill Iranian people, our chance of success rises exponentially because they killed thousands of Iranians in January. Things are shaping up. Some pieces are moving behind the scenes, things that a lot of people aren't really seeing. And it's taking too long, in my opinion. I think this should have been done months ago. But at least we're still moving towards the right direction, at least according to my analysis of things, because I'm viewing this from my perspective of the Iranian people here. Okay, so earlier we told you guys a couple days ago, Brad Cooper came to Israel. He met with the chiefs of the IDF, and he went to Bahrain, he went to the United Arab Emirates, all etc. Right, the allies. Well, it turns out in Israel, the reason that he actually went to this meeting, or at least a part of it, was so that they can agree on where to put refueling tankers. Ben Gurion Airport hosted about 60 during the 40-day war. That number bumped up to like, I think 90 or 100. And he went there because, and rightly so, Israel's pretty pissed, saying, listen, man, we get it. We don't even know when you guys are going to strike the Islamic Republic. So at least let us move the refueling tankers out of our airport in Tel Aviv so we can have room. We can fly our commercial planes. Like, our tourism's taking a hit. So Brad Cooper went over there. It's one of the things that they talked about. I don't know what else they talked about. It's one of the things. So all those refueling aircraft are now here. They're in Ramon International Airport. Another 20 of them got added there. Some of them went to Saudi Arabia as well. A lot of the preparation steps have been made. And what do I want to show you guys next? Okay, that'll be a good segue for that. Anyway, show you guys a rocket explosion. The Chinese the Chinese decided to launch a rocket into space. Here we are. This is 1 minute and 25 seconds in, and boom.
分离了，对，它这个火箭分离了。
Bye bye rocket.
哇哦，看这个云，对，因为它那个火箭它
That thing doesn't exist any longer. The Chinese were testing, I think this was their 18th test and second explosion. Apparently, it's not the first one. They send these rockets into orbit around the Earth so that they can then unload a payload, whatever that means. Whether it's, a nuclear warhead into orbit of space where it can then come down on the US, for example, whenever it wants, or whatever else they may want to put into orbit there. But looks like it's not too successful. So Chinese tech, I don't know. One thing that the Chinese are good at, though, is espionage. And once again, we have found out that they infiltrated the United Kingdom. The United Kingdom's naval drones have been transmitting information to the Chinese secretly without the United Kingdom knowing it. This was found out, and they cut off the information broadcast. These guys were getting, camera footage from the drones. They were getting all this sensitive data, everything, even heartbeat signals. Like, these are thermal cameras, et cetera, et cetera. They're getting all this information. I hope that base moves some things around, because I think they photographed that pretty well at this point. That's a bit of a scandal. A little bit of a scandal. Yeah. So be careful, ladies and gentlemen. The Chinese intelligence agencies can be watching at any moment. In fact, hello. So let's go back into Iran. We got you guys. Oh, one more thing of the international scale going back into America. Senator Lindsey Graham.
In 3, 2, 1.
Immortalized. So, Joint Base Charleston in South Carolina got renamed to Joint Base Lindsey Graham. And this was unveiled today by Pete Hegseth. And very nice. Very nice to me. Before we go back into Iran, we have a little bit of an embarrassing piece of news for us Americans. So it is with great difficulty that I say that American defense manufacturing companies like Lockheed Martin and Raytheon are complaining a little bit. So you guys might have heard that Ukraine is about to get Patriot missile licenses so they can build it. Well, actually, Lockheed Martin and Raytheon have lobbied one of their Republican senators or congressmen, and he came out and said, yeah, listen, our defense companies are actually afraid of us giving the Ukrainians a license to build these Patriot missile interceptors because we're afraid that the Ukrainians are going to improve the Patriot system, produce it at scale, produce it faster and cheaper.
Oh my God.
Than we, the Americans. This is embarrassing, quite frankly. As an American, I'm quite embarrassed. So what stops us from doing that? What stops us from making it cheaper and better and building it faster? I don't understand why that's one of the reasons why we need to.
Too big. Lack of competition.
That's one. Another thing is, and everyone knows this, the American defense contracting system, I can't cuss, is convoluted. It's complicated. It's not straightforward. And people like to skim off the top sometimes, or maybe give some subpar equipment to our military. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like this complaint by our companies here. Deal with it. This is
They
capitalism.
don't want.
You need to do
They
better.
managed to remove. They managed to remove competition in United States by making it difficult for smaller companies to come in and compete. They have, they're too big, and they have also regulatory capture, but they can't control what happens outside of the United States. So if this gets out of their hand, they don't know what to do. So they're like trying to stop it.
Yeah, so Dave is saying the same reason why the government pays $200 for an $18 wrench. Yeah, so that's definitely it's kind of annoying to me for that to be one of the reasons. But then also Wes has a good point as well, saying the Russians might capture people who work there. They might even get the Patriot missile systems or interceptors on their own, and the Russians could reverse engineer it. That could be also a case. Although it's quite difficult to do that, but you never know. So yeah, I just don't like that they're complaining about this. All right. We have a video for you from Prince Reza Pahlavi's team. This shows the Gen Z of Iran and their support for Prince Reza Pahlavi. And after this, we got Ali Grams, and then my punishment for losing the Super Chat race yesterday.
Yes.
Take a listen.
You're not sharing it.
Oh. Whoops. All right, here we go.
عدالت صداقت آزادی آبادی ضمانت شهامت جسارت پهلوی یعنی شرافت لیاقت نجابت تو دنیا کلی کرامت رقابت رفاقت پهلوی شاه ما شاعرم بیدارم از بسیجی سپاهی بیزارم اینا بدتر از تشبیگانه دیدی خاک بستر و بیچارم پهلوی شاه ما پهلوی شاه ما هموطن یار ما پهلوی شاه ما خدا نگهدار ما پهلوی شاه ما پهلوی شاه ما پهلوی شاه ما پهلوی یعنی اصالت عدالت صداقت آزادی آبادی ضمانت شهامت جسارت پهلوی یعنی شرافت لیاقت نجابت تو دنیا کلی کرامت رقابت رفاقت شاعرم بیدارم از بسیجی سپاهی بیزارم اینا بدتر از تشبیگانه دیدی خاک بستر و بیچارم.
So this is a TikTok trend by Iranians. And Ali, I'm going to send you one with the English subtitles. Do you mind playing it again and reading the English subtitles? It's in the private chat. Because guys, this video, this is, by the way, this is very risky. And that's why they're blurring their faces. But this video will demonstrate, before you play it, Ali, this video will show to you what Pahlavi means to Iranians. You could play it with the music, right?
Yeah. I'll play with the music off so we can talk about it.
No, oh, okay. So, because a lot of a lot of non-Iranians think that when Iranians are supporting Pahlavi, they're just supporting Prince Reza Pahlavi. Okay, Pahlavi is not just Prince Reza Pahlavi. Pahlavi stands for secularism, liberty, prosperity, security, modernization, progress. When Iranian people hear Pahlavi, they don't just think, it's not the picture of just one person that comes to their mind. An Iran that is growing, that where people are free and that we recognize internationally, and the values that makes a country great, all of that comes to the mind of an Iranian when we hear Pahlavi. And this is Generation Z. This is Generation Z of Iranians, and where around the world, so many people from the Generation Z are going for communism and Islam. These are the values of the Iranian people. So this, when Ali reads this for you, you can see what our Generation Z in Iran is standing for. So wait, let me finish this. So this is the caption for this video posted by Prince Reza Pahlavi's communication team, right? So it says, While the Islamic Republic pours billions into propaganda, Iran's Generation Z is responding with an act of defiance. Across TikTok, young Iranians are singing along to Pahlavi, using the song to express hope, resistance, and their vision for a free future. More than a viral trend, these videos reflect a generation's determination to reject fear, reclaim hope, and express its belief that Iran can rise again, free and prosperous. So once Ali starts reading these, you could see the list of the things that this person, the singer, is mentioning are the list of the things that people associate with Pahlavi, and this is what our Generation Z is, making TikTok videos with, and this is what's trending in Iran by Iranian people. So let's play that, and you can read the subtitles. Yeah.
So Iran's Gen Z is turning TikTok into an act of resistance. It says, "My fellow Iranians, stand together."
You can play with the music.
Pahlavi.
It's okay. You can play with the music. It's nicer.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
"My fellow Iranians, stand together. Pahlavi is our Shah." Pahlavi means heritage, justice, and integrity. Freedom, progress, and prosperity. Courage and fearlessness. Pahlavi means honor, merit, and dignity. Respect for Iran across the world. Competition, cooperation. Pahlavi our Shah. I'm a poet, but I'm wide awake. I despise the Basiji and the guards, more hostile to us than any enemy. And look at them now, disgraced and powerless. Pahlavi our Shah. My fellow Iranians, stand together. Pahlavi our Shah. May God be our protector. Pahlavi means heritage, justice, integrity. So I think the song, it repeats there as well. Okay, cool.
So you could now play it one more time from the beginning, full volume with the subtitles, because this is so. I mean, guys, like when I first played this, I was thinking that the Iranian people deserve so much more than what they have. Look at the values that they stand for. These are the values that makes a society prosperous. They're not. They want freedom. They want liberty. They want prosperity. They want competition. You know what? You want competition. They want They want to be recognized as a modern country by the rest of the world, and they want that. And they are. This shows that this is our greatest capital, the human capital. People think it's our oil, it's our gas, it's our bridges, it's our power plants. It's not. It's the mindset. This is the investment of Pahlavi, of Mohammad Reza Shah, invested in the Iranian people, and now we're seeing the results. We have the right type of people that are standing on the right side of history. This is our most valuable asset. And this is why Iran will be so much different once it's free. And this is why the Iranian people deserve so much more than the regime that is occupying them. Anyway, sorry. Go on, play it.
No, thank you. That was beautifully said. Javid Shah.
Javid Shah.
عدالت صداقت آزادی آبادی ضمانت شهامت جسارت پهلوی یعنی شرافت لیاقت نجابت تو دنیا کلی کرامت رقابت رفاقت پهلوی شاه ما شاعرم بیدارم از بسیجی سپاهی بیزارم اینا بدتر از بیگانن دیدی خاک بر سر و بیچارم پهلوی شاه ما پهلوی شاه ما هموطن یار ما پهلوی شاه ما خدا نگهدار ما پهلوی شاه ما پهلوی شاه ما پهلوی شاه ما پهلوی یعنی اصالت عدالت صداقت آزادی آبادی ضمانت شهامت جسارت پهلوی یعنی شرافت لیاقت نجابت تو دنیا کلی کرامت رقابت رفاقت شاعرم بیدارم از بسیجی سپاهی بیزارم اینا بدتر از بیگانن دیدی خاک بر سر و بیچارم.
This is a generation that wants freedom, that has never experienced freedom. The people in Iran that it's so interesting right now around the world, the people who have freedom are giving it up, and the people who don't have freedom value it more than anyone else right now. They never tasted it. A whole generation of Iranians that have never experienced Pahlavi, one Pahlavi. These people have never experienced Pahlavi and have never experienced freedom. But they want it. And they're not going to give up until they get it.
Yeah. We will get it one way or another. So, guys, it is time for Alligrams. So, Alligrams is a section where I go into the IRGC group chats, I grab their messages that indicate what they're thinking, what they're saying. And today was actually a little bit different. It was a little bit interesting. The Islamic Republic is not pushing out information that it usually should be pushing out. It's censoring and filtering to provide a certain narrative even more than usual. It was a little bit strange to me. For them to appoint these officials all of a sudden today and just not really talk about it, just skim by it, was really interesting. What they are focusing on is how they got Donald Trump into a chokehold. That's all they're talking about. They don't want the spotlight to be on people like Hossein Taib and others, because that insinuates there's going to be a double uprising or another uprising and people will get alarmed. But anyway, moving on from that observation, we have our first one, and this person is saying something about oil. So they're saying that the tanker trackers claim that at least 56 oil tankers are transporting oil from Arab countries through the Omani route. So this is the Strait of Hormuz. And he's saying you're witnessing how oil prices have fallen. But then our officials are just lying. They're saying whatever they are to calm the atmosphere. And in fact, in the first phase of this war, this conflict, this negotiation, they gave a ceasefire. They said ceasefire in Lebanon everywhere, but then that didn't work. And then at this stage, they're slowly handing over the Strait of Hormuz. They're even handing over Iraq to the enemy. They have betrayed the blood of our youth. I'm not the only one saying that they're censoring. These people on their own are now going to check tankertracker.com, like websites, and saying, wait, why are there 50 plus tankers moving oil through the Strait? I thought we had control. I thought we, the Islamic Republic, had control. What's going on? Why is the price of oil going down? Are we being lied to? We even were told that there's going to be a ceasefire in Lebanon. That never happened. What's going on? The officials are betraying us. A lot of people are talking about that at the moment because I think the censorship is just getting to them. I think it's too much. And we had the newspapers in Iran also. Let's take a look at what the Islamic Republic is pushing. It's quite interesting. So let's take a look. Armin, let's just read the titles for people here. What is this? What's going on?
آرایش تازه اقتدار. So this is a new picture of what power looks like. So the new arrangement of power. The new arrangement of power. So basically, because Mujtaba Khamenei moved people around, and now saying this is what now the arrangement of power looks like. Mujtaba, look at the person. You know, Ali, didn't I tell it? Like, okay, oh my God, this is getting too repetitive. I told you guys that Hossein Taib is the right-hand man of Mujtaba Khamenei 3 months ago or something like that. And look at this picture. Who is at the right hand? Who is standing on the right next to the right hand of Mujtaba? Hossein Taib. There you go. Did you see this coming? Thank you. So this is the new arrangement of who's in charge and who has power within the Islamic Republic. And
what is this?
But can you go back to the? Ali, can you go back to that? Okay. Here's a question for you, Ali. Yeah. Where is Rezai?
No idea.
Why is he not in that picture? Because Mohsen Rezai is also a new appointee of the supreme leader in the in the the Supreme National Security Council. You know why he's not there?
Why is he not there?
Because he's an embarrassment, and they like he's such a clown.
He's crazy.
He's so embarrassing that they couldn't bring themselves to put him here.
Just so you know, guys,
Oh
the
my
new
God.
head of the Supreme National Security Council, okay,
Oh my
is a
God.
guy who ordered a hit on his own son, an assassination hit on his own son. He said, when the war with America starts, we will capture 1,000 American soldiers and charge $1 billion for each of them. We will also capture all American Iranian people in our country and also charge ransoms for them. Yeah. Anyway, these are the newspapers that are coming out. It's all focused on power, strength. But then, by the way, these are something that I had to go in and find. The news agencies online aren't really pushing this. These are like the front pages of the newspaper scanned and uploaded online. I found it interesting that the newspapers, who are primarily read by, you know, some older people, some more, maybe you can call them hardliner loyalists to the Islamic Republic, the message of strength and military power and all of this and that is going. But then online, the news agencies are trying to brush past these appointments as fast as possible. I was kind of surprised.
There's gonna be
There he
so much
is.
drama, but there we go.
Little tiny.
Okay, that's tiny.
Yeah.
Oh my God, the Kharrazi person is going to get so much influence right now. Yeah, I mean, he's everything else he said, because he was right. He was right about Mohsen Rezai.
Did they make him look older with AI? I don't know.
No, he's that old. He's that old.
Okay, guys, so the newspapers are pushing a separate narrative than the online narratives. They're also taking a stab at the United States soldiers. So this is a picture of the US troops at an airport in the Middle East, and what they say under it is that pretty much, yep, Trump has no way out. He messed up. He has to leave. But Trump is lying to the Americans, telling them that, like, you know, they're winning or something. Then what they do is the classic. So here's what they do. Here's what this is important. They go and find Americans who are against Trump or push some sort of narrative against the US military, et cetera, et cetera. They take them, they quote them, they put them here, and they say, this is what the United States is really saying. So they quote Scott Ritter here. They say, Scott Ritter, and a retired American soldier, says, the U.S. military basically used up most of its precision missiles, its Tomahawks, and everything. We don't have interceptors anymore as well. And they just grab these people, which is hilarious to me, right? I mean, they always do this. They always grab someone, an American, and they say, look, this American said this against Trump in the military, so it's true. But at the same time, they're like, Americans are liars. All Americans lie.
Whenever they say something they like, they're like, oh, look at this. They're telling the truth. But whatever they don't like it, they're like, oh, they cannot stop lying.
Oh, they're lying. They're lying, guys. Yeah, right, buddy. Sure. And they eat it up. The people in this group chat were eating it up. They're like, oh my God, Donald Trump isn't reporting the casualty numbers to his government either. They're losing. How is he going to tell the American people that he messed up? Oh no. We have our next one from a very Islamic name. Anyway, he says he's blaming, this is a regime supporter because he's calling it the government, and he's criticizing them, saying the government itself doesn't want the country's situation to improve because their bread and butter is that the people who don't taste the improvement of the situation. Okay, this is a terrible translation. Let's bring it back to Farsi and I'll tell you what this says. So this guy's criticizing the government and he's saying the government won't want the situation to improve. Too many people are double dipping. They're getting benefits and advantages from the current system, so it'll stay this way. We're not going to improve the situation. They're making money. The officials are making some money. That's what he's claiming. The corruption, I don't know how longer this corruption can last, I'll be honest with you. It's one of the reasons why these guys suck at governing a country. Here's an interesting one. So Armin, this picture, this is what they're replying to here. Okay, there's a picture of Ghalibaf and Rezai. And this person is writing this message. Do you want to read this for us, actually?
Yes. Say قالیباف شریک خون این شهدایی هست. قالیباف شریک خون این شهدایی هست که بعد از تفاهم با آمریکا شهید شدن، هم در لبنان هم در ایران، و اصلا هم موافق حضور محسن رضایی در دبیری شام نبوده و ذوقت کلا نوری خودش بوده نه رهبری. Okay, so he's saying Ghalibaf has blood on his hand, the blood of our martyrs that he caused. Oh, come back. I can't see it anymore.
I'll just bring the picture. There we go. Okay.
So Ghalibaf has blood on his hand. He caused the death of our martyrs because of the negotiation with America, the blood of our martyrs in both Lebanon and inside Iran. And Ghalibaf was never in favor of Rezai being in the Security Council. He was never in favor of that. And Zolgad was his own force. He was never not a force for the supreme leader. He was just his own thing, his own force.
Yeah. So let's talk about why that's significant. So when they post this picture, when the Islamic Republic posts this picture and spreads this, saying, "Oh yeah, they're goody-goody, they're smiling at each other, they're buddy, everything's fine, guys, everything's fine." Then you have Islamic Republic supporters come out and say, "Actually, buddy, that's not fine. These guys don't like each other. They're direct rivals. In fact,
right.
Ghalibaf didn't want this guy to be appointed. He had his own man in the Supreme. He had his own man. He was controlling the scene, and now power is being stripped away from Ghalibaf." This is the power struggle. And Armin, I have a question for you. Ghalibaf, this man on the left here, who was the number one for, I would say, maybe a couple months here in the Islamic Republic, do you think he's going to give up? Just be like, all right, well, you know, they got the upper hand on me, so
no,
GG's,
no.
guys. No.
Oh, this guy. That guy, Ghalibaf, has been at this for so many years. Like, he has been defeated so many times, and he has always tried again to keep climbing that ladder. This Ghalibaf will never give up until he's dead. Honestly, even if he's dead, he's going to try to climb some ladders in hell, probably. I don't know.
Yep. Ghalibaf is now one step behind, and he's actually in a familiar position. He knows how to maneuver out of this position. He might not be as good as keeping his number one spot, but now he's back into his troublemaking ways. And just another example of the power struggle there. Here, let's go to the next one. Before I read this to you guys, by the way, I saw so many messages of Pezeshkian. They were taking a crap all over the president of the Islamic Republic. They hate him. They hate him so much. Pezeshkian also came out today and said, in this discussion, he also said, listen, like, I don't want to be martyred, you know, like the Americans might be looking at me, stuff like that. He's insinuating it. And everyone's like, dude, you have nothing to worry about. No one's coming for you. You're totally safe. In fact, they love you because you're messing everything up. Okay. Here is a regime supporter talking about the Islamic Republic's hypocrisy. Okay. So, This guy said, Pega, this Islamic Republic supporter, says, I saw a video where an Iranian worker in the south of Iran had to rub ice on his face and his head to cope with the unbearable 120 degree Fahrenheit or 50 degrees Celsius heat. And he still had to do his job to turn the wheel of energy production in Iran. What that worker in the south of Iran suffering doesn't know is that some traitors are whitewashing and justifying the bombing of these oil refineries that this worker is working at. What kind of traitors to the homeland is our poor Iran caught in between? And what kind of patriotic, serving, and steadfast people does it have as well? Oh God. Armin, how prevalent is it for the Islamic Republic supporters to be blaming this man for their economic problems? And why is that the case?
Okay, so it's very common, and because they don't want to admit because that their economic problem comes from their fundamental values. It is their anti-Americanism. It is their anti-Zionism. It is them waging war against the rest of the world. Again, it is their isolationism. It is their support for a command economy. Everything that they support and everything that they have been chanting for the past 50 years is the reason we are in this economic situation that we are. But Pezeshkian and all the so-called reformers are the scapegoat that have to take the bullet so that the regime can try to survive.
Yep, on purpose. And Pezeshkian knows he's the scapegoat. So everyone, we're just going to showcase to you guys this real quick. This is to show you that everyone in the Islamic Republic is given a role or used for a specific purpose. The people at the top, unfortunately, are not stupid. They've been doing this for decades. Also, Armin, did you see how Pezeshkian said, I met with the supreme leader and talked to him for 7 hours? 7 hours!
And he said he's very healthy, or else he wouldn't be able to talk to me for 7 hours.
Yep. And then he also said, we talked about everything. But of course, you know, the main topic was the livelihood of the people, the economic situation of the people. That was the main topic, you know, how to make the people happy.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised if that's the issue, because there is a security issue, right? So, because what they're talking about is the number one threat right now is because that's what United States is using. United States has backed down on using kinetic military operations against the Islamic Republic and has put economic pressure on them. So the Islamic Republic's understanding is that the current economic situation is going to cause an uprising. So they do care about the economic situation of the Iranian people, but their solution for it is, what is the solution? Is the solution to give up on anti-Americanism, anti-Israeli isolationism, command economy, and open the world, their economy of Iran to markets, international markets, and also to stop the monopoly of the IRGC and to stop the destruction of the private sector? Is that the solution that they're going to, because that would help the economy? Do you think that's what they're going to do?
I think their solution is to just shoot people if they say something.
The solution. Exactly. So the solution to the current economic conditions that the Iranian people are suffering from is to figure out how to shut them up, figure out how to suppress the upcoming uprising. That is what their solution is. So yeah, but they are talking about the current economic situation, but the solution is not what the solution that we have in mind.
Yeah, they have a different solution in mind. You're right. A solution with weapons. Man. Ugh. Oh, also Pezeshkian said all that because that's a card he's now holding. He said, I talked to the Supreme Leader for 7 hours about everything. So I know what the Supreme Leader wants and thinks and says. So now if I come out and say something and I give my opinion,
Ooh,
that's the opinion of the supreme leader.
wow.
And you know, I think this card is best played, not played. I think he's best off holding the card without giving his opinion, to just be like, hey, don't mess with me. If I need to, I'll come out and say something against you. The supreme leader. Yeah. Anyway,
I'm so
you talk about
that's
that for a second.
No, that is
I'm gonna
pretty
go bring.
impressive. Wow, Ali is a Durka
Thank you.
whisperer.
I know. I
That's
was
pretty
thinking in the shower.
impressive.
I'm
That
going to
is
bring
a-
my Santur over for you guys. While I do that, Armin, you have the floor for a minute.
I don't know what to say. I'm sick
Talk
today,
about
guys. I'm
your
actually
favorite
dealing with-
president. Oh no. Okay, I'll be right back.
Okay. Maybe I could do super chess, guys. You know, I lost today. By the way, thank you to everybody who made us, you know, get to our goal today. We got there really, really fast because of you guys. But that Ali team, they got there faster. But I appreciate everybody. Thank you guys for helping us out. And so I don't know what they're gonna do for that. So guys, look at how benevolent I am. Okay, I had to choose what the punishment for Ali is for him losing the super chat race last time, and instead of satisfying my own desire to see him suffer, I was thinking of you. I was like, let's make his punishment a treat for you guys. And see, this is my gift to you. I'll make Ali do a Santur performance, and this is how kind I am. And you guys are so mean to me, even though I am doing this for you guys, you know. So I know Ali is playing the Santur, but I'm the one that did this for you. I know he's playing it. I'm just kidding. Okay, yes. Thank me. Don't thank the person. Don't thank the person who's playing the Santur. And thank me for making him do it. Right. Thank you guys. I love you. I love you too. See, I didn't need to learn how to play Santur. I just had to force people to play Santur for us. It's just as good. Like, he spent so much time learning how to play an instrument, but I just used my scheming ways to make him play for us. So I saved a lot of time and energy, and that's right, learning the instrument. I didn't have to go learn. I just schemed my way. So yeah, I can see him preparing his Santur. Somebody's saying, Armin, do you play an instrument? I was learning the piano when I was a kid, and my instructor at some point told me that you know, this is not good. You should have practiced more. And I was like, I remember this. I was in Iran, and I was like, I'm paying you, like, in my head. You're not paying me. I'm paying you. I get to decide how fast we go. Like, you work for me. I don't work for you. And then she kept on doing it. I'm like, yeah, I was like, okay, how about this? You're fired. So I stopped. All right.
Can you hear me, by the way?
Yes.
Okay, cool. How does this sound? Because I do have a new mic, so.
Oh wait, we need to turn off the. Oh, okay. I'm gonna turn off the echo cancellation. I'm gonna turn off the reduce mic background noise, and I'm gonna also turn off the automatically adjust volume so we get the pure thing. Try again.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
That's better, right? Did that get better?
Okay, so I'll play A Iran.
Yes.
Armin, what is A Iran?
A Iran is a very patriotic song. It's a national anthem. It's like kind of the one that Iranian people recognize it as the national anthem. So A Iran, A Marza Porka. Yes, so that one. Right? Did I say it right?
Yep.
Yes.
All right. Here we go. Do have anxiety, but we got this. Okay. Okay, so that's it, Iran. That's my punishment.
Wow, so difficult. Oh yes, that one. That one.
Oh, should I play that one?
Yes, please. Okay, Nate, can you do Banama Shah? Do you have that one? Do you know that one?
I don't know
Banama
that one
Shah?
actually.
Okay. Those are great. Those.
Benom,
That's amazing.
benom, da-dun, 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 da-dun. I don't know. I'll figure it out though.
Okay, thank you. That was beautiful. Wow, amazing. Beautiful. Thank you.
Of course.
Wow.
All right. I'll be right back.
That was beautiful. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Ali. Guys, if I ever lose again, if he loses again, then I'm gonna ask him to learn the song Banama Shah. You want to see which song I want him to learn and play? Let me see if I could find it. You guys know what song I'm talking about, right? Let me see. Banama Shah. Yeah, I found it. Okay. So this song, let me bring it up. So guys, if Ali loses again, he's gonna be playing this song.
Oh, hello.
Hello. Hey, where is it? Okay. So Ali, if you lose again, do you have to learn and play this song for us? This is Banama Shah. Okay, listen to this. Oh, by the way, guys, Banama Shah means in the name of the king.
به نام پهلوی رها شویم ز یوغ بندگی شب سیاه ما ز نور شاه سپید دم شود ز فر پادشاه به نام شاه همه صدا شویم برای میهنم من و تو ما شویم قسم بخون به پاک عاشقان که جامی شاه شده صدای ما در این گذار رنج و درد و آه بخوان وطن به نام پادشاه که با صدای شاه و نام تو جهان بلرزد از قیام تو به نام شاه به نام پهلوی وطن شود دوباره می نوی شب سیاه ما ز نور شاه سپید دم شود ز فر پادشاه به نام شاه همه صدا شویم برای میهنم من و تو ما شویم
And there he is, our crown prince.
That's oh my, go back. That was Prince Reza Pahlavi at the very end. So guys, these are all videos from Iran before the Islamic Revolution, and this here is Prince Reza Pahlavi when he was younger. Anyways, oh, Ali, come. There you go.
Yeah, it's gonna take some time learning that because I don't have too much time on my hands, but my dad will teach it to me. Actually, I don't think my dad knows it either, so we'll learn it together.
That's great.
Yeah, but I learned this from my dad. My dad's a master at the sand tour, so yeah.
Would your dad one day come and play for us?
I don't know if he'll want to show himself.
Okay. That's so sweet.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Hmm.
He was so nice about it too when I was learning it. Like I sucked. So I grew up, the first instrument I played was the piano. And then I played the drums for 7 years. Then I learned the santur. So I wasn't like, it wasn't like I was a beginner to music, but when I started, it was like really hard. It's just hard playing it because it's just wires. And it's very easy to hit all the different wires at the same time and produce a sound that you don't want. So when you're striking, you have to be very precise with where you're hitting it. And you can see that you're hitting it very fast. So that's like the difficulty of the santur, is being very precise with your strikes. And sometimes you can hear me messing up. So when I mess up, it's like I hit just maybe a centimeter, half a centimeter off, and it produces a completely different sound. Yeah.
Wow.
But yeah,
guys, by the way, people in the chat, have you seen santur before? Like I know some people here have seen you play before, but have you guys seen people who are new here? Have you seen this instrument? It's an ancient Iranian instrument, right?
Yeah, so it's about 3,000 years old.
3,000 years old.
Yup. Yeah, between 2,500 and 3,000 years old. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Also, it's the same thing as the violin, where it really matters about the quality of the instrument. It'll produce a completely different sound based on who created it and what the materials were. So the ones that we have are actually, I think they were made like almost 100 years ago in Iran, and we brought them over here, and yeah, it's tough. You got to like replace the wires with like high quality wires every couple of years because they get worn down. You got to keep on like tuning it on the side. I didn't show you the side of the instrument, but it's just like riddled with metal poking out because all the wires have to wrap around it. Yeah, it's a beast of an instrument to maintain. Anyway, should we get the super chats?
Yes, let's do it. And I'm also running out of steam because I'm sick today. So like, let's go.
I got it. Let's do it.
Thank you.
Saber Coaching with our first super chat here says, "Feel better, Sensei. Try a few emergency packets."
Yeah, I'm not running out of vitamin C. Trust me, it's something else. I think I'm overworked.
Oh,
Trump.
Wanted to give you guys a quick hack for getting sick.
Thank you.
As soon as you feel cold symptoms, take a zinc pill. Yeah.
All right. That doesn't work for me. You know why, Ali?
Oh. Why not?
Because I take a zinc pill every single day.
Oh, so well, okay. Well,
and vitamin C pill. Yes.
Okay. Well, for those of you who don't take zinc supplements, if you do take them as soon as you feel the symptoms of a cold, it'll make your cold a lot better. And keep hydrated. Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you, Saber
I'm
Coaching.
hydrated. I think I'm just overworked. I don't know because
Probably. Yeah.
I need to sleep more. Baby.
Definitely. And Mir Schreiber says, starting the race. Oh,
Yes, and it was in my favor, but we still lost.
yeah. Were
Thank
you winning?
I was winning. Like you were first winning, and then we caught up, and then we lost. It was so fast.
So it's 5-4. Right?
Oh yes, 5-4.
Okay, so you're still ahead. Guys, he's still ahead. I don't know. We gotta
But
do
guys-
something about that.
Yes, but guys, wasn't it fun when Ali loses? Didn't I treat you guys? See, there you go. Steve is saying Armin is more hydrated than a fish. You're not true.
Yeah. And our next one is from Nail Bunny, who says Santur first, so Armin can go collapse and sleep. Oh yeah, Armin, if you
Thank you.
if you want, yeah. Well, I guess this is your favorite part actually, but yeah. You should have told me
Yeah.
earlier. We could have, yeah. Thanks,
No,
Nail
I
Bunny.
was gonna I wanted to wait for the Centaur. Thank you, Neil Bunny. I appreciate you.
Oh no. Guys, I don't know. Saying I will never win again.
Yeah.
I need to lose more now. Oh man.
Yeah. Oh wow, my strategy
Yeah.
worked.
And Fizz
But why did I
Endressist
lose
says
today?
tip.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, true. Tip for the Santur. It's because now that they see me play, now they're like, okay, well, he's never gonna win again. Dang.
Oh.
Tip for the Santur player. Thank you. Appreciate that. I got my little hat out. I can't wait, by the way. I cannot wait to go to Iran and speak English only and go up to a street performer who has a Santur and be like, whoa, dude, that's really cool. Can I play that? Like, that seems really awesome. Like, I'll give you a bunch of money. Just let me try it out. I've never seen that before. And then get like everyone's reaction to me actually playing it well. I can't wait to make that. Like that, I love those videos. Thank you, Fizz.
I like that.
Oh,
You should record
thank you,
that.
Navy Mom, for the
think-
jewels. Appreciate that.
Thank you.
And Bill Kennedy says, I'm losing patience. Are you and Ali?
What does that mean?
I think he's losing patience with the situation. Like he just wants it to happen.
Me and Ali. We can't, okay, so the answer is that we can't afford to lose patience because losing patience means that we have to give up, and we can't give up on Iran. And this is why we have to keep fighting, whether this takes 5 days or 5 years or even 5 decades. So I see why, it's tempting to lose patience, but we can't afford that because we're fighting for Iran.
We've been at this our entire lives. Yeah.
But I see what you're saying.
Thank you, Bill. Appreciate that. And Amir the Cricket says, I know the world may collapse if you'll take a few days off, Armin, but still consider it. It's worth it. Whoa. You should have started off with just 1 day.
I don't want to break the chain. I haven't stopped for a single day. So I don't want to break it. I don't want to give up. I can power through it.
Armin, 8.5 months.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, you're right. That's crazy.
Guys, this man has worked, I think, almost 12 hours a day, every day for 8.5 months straight.
Yeah.
Let me actually check the exact amount of days. It has been 228 days that you have worked for over 10 hours a day.
Yeah.
Without breaks.
Yeah. People say you're gonna burn out. I was like, burnout is a myth. Burnout is an idea people created for explaining why they're lazy. So it's a delusion. Burnout does not
crazy.
exist. Yes.
Jeez.
Yes.
All right. Well, thank you, Amir the Cricket. I completely agree.
Burnout will go away burnout will go away. It's like Santa Claus. Burnout will disappear when you stop believing in it. But
Armin doesn't believe in burnout.
Yeah.
He loves what he does.
Excuse.
Thank you, Amir. And
Thank
Fizz Endresses with the super sticker. Oh, thanks for letting me win today. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
And
Thank you.
First Fall says, today I will learn what Santur is. There you go.
Yes. And
Hope you
how
liked
do
it.
you are you still here? Did you learn? What are your feelings? Are you still
yeah.
here? Let us
It would
know.
be sad if they left before. Well, I mean, they could watch it again. Ooh. All right. Thank you for the super chat. And thank you, Trish Hawks, for the jewels. Appreciate that. Sarah Ocean says, oh, they loved it. They said I loved it. Okay, nice. Sarah
Sweet.
Ocean says, for our gentlest of gentlemen, Javid Shah. Oh, thank you.
Am I
Appreciate it very
gentle?
much.
Yeah. I'm sorry. You have to meet me. I'm not very gentle.
It's like people here think I'm a psychopath. And
Yes.
yeah, but appreciate that. And our next one is from
Thank you.
Fleshy Interloper saying, no surrender, no super chats.
Oh.
Wait, that broke my brain. Wait.
No surrender, no super chats. I don't know.
Like unless the Islamic Republic surrenders, we don't get any super chats. Okay, well we gotta speed things up now.
So Fleshy is making a super chat conditional on the Islamic Republic surrender.
Fair enough. Thank you, Fleshy.
Thank you.
And thank you, Fizz Endresist, for the 4 super stickers.
Thank you.
Dang. Appreciate that very much. You know, some may call that cheating, but I don't. Just saying.
I'm not going to call it cheating because I'm not a hypocrite like some people.
Oh, I never said it was cheating. I'm someone else.
Oh,
did.
sure you
Not
did.
me.
Sure. You endorsed that message though when my side was using it.
I don't know. I don't remember that, guys, but thank you so much, Fizz Endresist.
This is me taking the moral high ground.
Yes. You know, I also heard you trying to lessen your punishment when I was preparing the instrument. You're like, see, guys, like I get you the Santur when I lose, so like, go easy on me.
Yeah, we haven't decided yet.
Yeah, guys, what should Armin's punishment be?
I got you Santur today, guys. Remember that.
And our next super chat is from First Fall, saying, I'm wondering if it's like a recorder that all the USA students learn. No, I learned that though. It was like 3rd grade. Mary had a little lamb. Thank you for the super chat. And thank you, Fizz Endresist, for the super sticker. We win. We won. Redneck Jeep says 2018 Trump would have won this by now. Ooh, I don't know. Maybe. Perhaps.
Interesting.
I feel like 2026 Trump would have won this by now as well.
I mean, 2018 Trump also didn't respond to the Islamic Republic when they shot drones at Aramco. So, I mean, that was part of this whole movement towards, we're not going to protect the Arab countries as much as used to. So maybe that was the strategy from his first term.
Yeah. Thank you, Redneck Jeep. People are saying your punishment should be taking a day off. Ooh.
Oh. No.
Oh.
No, I'm good. I'm good, guys. Thank you.
Our next super chat is from Nail Bunny, saying chicken soup and herbal tea is calling you, Armin.
I mean, I have herbal tea like every single day. Like that's what I'm drinking all day, every day. Look at this. And okay, but yeah, maybe chicken soup.
Yeah, good idea.
But thank you, Nail Bunny. Yeah, chicken soup is a good idea. I'm gonna do that.
Thank you, Nail Bunny. And our next one is from Nollybug, saying sending love.
Thank you, Nollybug.
We have such great supporters.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Nollybug. Really appreciate that. And Kelly says, let's get Armin to the finish line. Yeah.
Yes, eventually. Look at this. We were trying. Yeah. Thank you, Kelly. Thank you for trying. We did very well. We were one short before when they got to 10. But thank you,
eventually,
Kelly. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, we did get to the finish line. So there you go. And then
thanks,
confetti.
Kelly. And Nail Bunny with the confetti. Confetti. Amir the Cricket with confetti. Thank you both,
Thank
Mr.
you.
and
Look
Mrs.
at
Claus.
people celebrating. Thank
Appreciate you
you.
guys.
Yeah, Mr. and Mrs. Claus.
Thank you, Nail Bunny. Thank you, Amir. Our next one is from Mir Schreiber saying, arming Armin with super chats.
Thank you.
You guys
Thank
know
you.
the supporters are clear here.
Thank you guys. You guys are so sweet. Appreciate you.
Thank you
guys.
very much. And Kelly with the 10th super chat. There you go.
Thank you, Kelly.
Thank you very much. Kansas Warcraft player says Team Armin, also Horde for life. Ooh, see?
Oh,
He likes the Horde.
Okay.
I like the Tauren.
I'll-
I'm a Tauren player.
I'll allow it this time because it's Team Armin.
I'm just saying, if you're a Horde, and I'm Horde. Thank you for the super chat. Our next one is from Deborah for Freedom. Deb for Freedom, please take some rest, Armin. Get well. Yes. Yes. Absolutely.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for all the concern. I appreciate you guys. I'll get better soon.
Yeah, the worst, oh my God, unironically, the worst punishment for you would be what this person just said in the chat.
Okay.
What Fun
Let's
Sun
not
just
get
said.
too crazy.
Armin, take a nap on stream as punishment.
Hey, the punishments were supposed to be like us saying things. The only reason I did the censure is because I know Ali didn't mind.
True.
True.
Thank you, Deborah. And Amir the Cricket says, good game. Yeah, GG.
Yes. We did. We came with our best, guys. We came with our best. Next time. We get him next time.
And Goober Tina says, the real Durkas of the Islamic Republic season 2 is getting good.
Oh, yeah, it's good.
How many seasons?
This is season.
How many seasons are left?
This is season 2 of the Third Republic. So First Republic, Khomeini. Second Republic is Khamenei, Ali Khamenei. Third Republic is Mujtaba Khamenei. First season of the Third Republic is over. We're now with this new arrangement. We're on the second season of the Third Republic, episode 1. Yeah.
The Third Reich also fell at the Third Reich. We're at the Third Republic of these. Okay, interesting. Thank you, Goober Tina.
Isn't that like the second one was the Roman Empire or something? Like there's a few thousand years between the second and third. Isn't the third is the Third Reich named after something that was Roman back in the Roman Empire, or am I mistaken?
I'm not sure. But thank you, Goober Tina. And our next one is from Joanne saying, all would love to hear about your Jewish guest. You had a Jewish guest today.
Oh, yes. Oh, my God. Look at this. I had the guy that trained IDF soldiers on my show and the Persian channel. And he was amazing. So this guy over here برای اینکه ایشون متخصص آموزش استفاده از سلاح و اینا دارن و ایشون هم خیلی میخوان به مردم ایران کمک بکنن و تخصص ایشون So basically
we're not turning another cheek like the Old Testament says. This is, you hit me on my cheek, I'm taking off your head. So it's a different algorithm.
So we talked strategy, let me mute this. So this is a guy that has schools in Israel, and he was responsible for training IDF soldiers and how to shoot and stuff, right? And he was amazing. And he's like the number one guy that so many Israeli soldiers, the doctrines that they have is based on his teaching methods. And he came to the Persian channel, and we talked to him, we asked him a lot of questions. And I translated for our Persian speaking audience, and the people there loved it. They absolutely loved it. And then at the very end, we talked about arming the Iranian people and what is the best strategies, and that part was fascinating. So I hope he wasn't bored because he was like speaking, and then I kept on translating for him. But I think he told me that he had a lot of fun. But it was so good. It was so good. So Look at this. The Iranian, like my audience on the Persian channel is mostly 80% of them are Iranians inside Iran, 20% of them are Iranians outside of Iran. So they were fascinated by this guy, like an IDF teacher, and they had questions, and people were like, "Whoa, this is a completely different show." They compared to what Armin usually has for us. So it was fun.
That's
and
awesome.
People loved it. Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch that then.
Okay. So watch it.
Thank you.
Oh, maybe I should put the
so
link.
much, Joanne, for reminding us. Yeah, put the link.
I'll put. Yeah. Thank you, Joanne. Joanne is there on the Persian channel, and she doesn't speak Persian, and she comes there, and she's Australian, and she comes there, and she keeps supporting. Like she puts messages of support for Iranians there, and I'm like, guys, look at her. This is an Australian woman that loves the Iranian people, and she doesn't understand what we're saying, but she's here to support us. And her profile picture is lion and sun. Look at the kind of support we're getting from the rest of the world. But by the way, guys, I'm gonna put the link to the Persian show with this IDF guy. His name is Mikey Hartman. If you guys want to go watch it, because there's an English, you guys could actually watch it because it's I went, if there's an English segment when I'm talking to him, and then I translate it in Persian, so you guys could just skip the Persian translation.
That's awesome. Thank you, by the way. And thank you, Joanne, for reminding us. Our next super chat is from Todd Rathner. Says, Armin,
Yes.
It's Abraham Accords, not Abrahamic. You rock.
I know, because the reason why I keep saying Abrahamic Accords is because I've been in so many debates about religion and stuff over the years. I keep saying Abrahamic religions. So every time I want to say Abraham, I just say Abrahamic for some reason. I know, yes, I'm sorry. It's just habit for so many years, talking about Abrahamic stuff, history of Abrahamic religions and stuff like that. But yes, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'll try to pay more attention to it.
Thanks, Todd. And then Rosie Rose said, Ali, you're giving too much away about the United States oil reserves. Guys, that's what the Islamic Republic already calculated. That's why their strategy is like this. So I'm just basically telling you what they are thinking and knowing about the 8 weeks. We have an 8-week timeline right now. Thank you, though, Rosie. And Newsbrand says, Trump and his postponing strategy made the geopolitical chessboard move quickly. He should never have paused the attacks. Now, not only do the IRGC see the United States as weak, but most of the world does. Well, they're about to be reminded of that. But I don't think the U.S. is weak. I don't think they're seeing the U.S. as weak. I think they're suspicious of the U.S.'s strength. They're like, what is going on here? And what they think is that the U.S. is weak internally, domestically with politics. That's what they think the U.S.'s weak point is.
Let me tell you something about other people who saw United States being weak, right? Who won the Vietnam War? Many people think U.S. lost that war. People think U.S. lost the Vietnam War because they zoom in, because they're looking at a short time horizon. The United States won the Vietnam War. The United States wins eventually. Communism was taking over East Asia. It's not anymore. Vietnam is a capitalist country, an extremely capitalist country with communist symbols, but very capitalistic. A major ally of United States, a major strength of United States in East Asia against China, and the Vietnamese people love United States right now. The views of Vietnamese people for United States is really, really high. So eventually, United States always wins. But after the Vietnam War, people thought that United States is falling, the United States is weak, the Vietnam War is United States' Suez Canal. But not only the United States won the Vietnam War eventually, and it ended up being a good idea long term. Not only that, the economy of United States compared to before, because people saw the Vietnam War and thought that they're looking at a dying empire. But ever since the Vietnam War, the gap between the U.S. economy and U.S. military strength and U.S.'s cultural power has only increased. The gap between the United States and the rest of the world has increased. So yeah, people at this time, I mean, I'm not saying we should dismiss the soft power and the global view on the United States. It's important that we take that into account. Optics do matter, both short term and long term, but short term losses, United States might have setbacks in the short term. Long term, United States wins always.
Thank you, News Bren, for the super chat. And our next one is from Redneck Jeep saying, at this point, the Durkas fear Iranians over the United States. Evidently so.
Yes.
Yes, evidently so.
I mean, this is why both the Americans and Israelis, either some of them do understand, and the ones who don't should understand that their greatest asset against the Islamic Republic are the Iranian people.
Yeah, should have been the approach from the beginning. Thank you, Redneck Jeep, and thank you, Orangutan, for the jewels.
Thank you.
Kondovo says Mohsen Rezai, the new secretary of the Supreme National Security Council, is on Interpol's red notice for his role in the 1994 bombing of the AMIA Jewish Center in Buenos Aires that killed 85 people. So is Ahmad Vahidi. They're both responsible for that.
They are.
Yep.
He's also responsible for so many of his own troops dying during the Iraq War in the Karbala 4 operation, which he almost got executed for by Khomeini. Did you guys know? Mohsen Rezai almost got executed by Khomeini for his failure during Iran-Iraq War. And now he's being praised for his experience during the Iran-Iraq War.
Mohsen Rezai is an idiot. And he's put there on purpose so that someone can control him. Thank you, Kondovo, for reminding us of that. Great super chat. And Christian Evan Christian says Christian Evan Christensen, you good? I see communism infecting everywhere and its ideas in most movements and parties. Do you see it too in the West, or is it just me? Yeah, take a look at New York City or Michigan.
Yeah.
In the United States. Yeah.
Yep. We need to fight guys, we need to spend liberty politics needs to focus more on defeating communism as well. So we're gonna have some of that as well. Fighting against communism. Oh my god, I'm having the worst heartburn, and I think I'm overtaking this heartburn medicine.
I think so.
What's happening to me? Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Do you want to take a break?
No. Let's go through this.
Okay. And Redneck Jeep says, seeing how Trump's handling Iran, I'd be scared if I were Cuba. Good one. Good one. It's actually a little funny. Thank you, Redneck Jeep. And Christian Evan Christensen says, is the Islamic regime inspired by Nazism?
I think Nazism
more
is
inspired
by the Islamic Republic.
Yes.
By Islam.
Yeah. Nazism was undoubtedly inspired by Islam at some stages of it. They're more inspired by Putin in China. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah,
Christian.
the Islamic Republic is more inspired by communism than Nazis.
Yeah.
It's a mix of communism and Islam.
Thank you for the super chat. And Newsbren says, it seems that inside Iran, nobody trusts anyone. It's the perfect time to arm society. Yeah. You know,
Among the
Newsbren,
regime, yes.
your super chats about a week ago were a lot more doomer and misinformed. And now you've been watching us, you're learning a lot. So good job. And thank you.
Yeah. Good job adjusting your
Yes, absolutely. Great job. Most people don't change their opinions with new information. So that's great. And Fit Over 50 Fitness, thank you for the jewels.
Thank you.
Christian is saying, did you see the Jerusalem Post survey on why Iranians protested? No, I did not. Let me remember that for tomorrow. Yeah, I'll remember that and I'll bring it up tomorrow. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And Aryan of Persia says, if Mojtaba is dead, could the Islamic Republic viably introduce a new supreme leader from, among the dynastic lineages of either Khomeini or Khamenei again in an attempt to reunify fragmented regime factions? Yeah, so if Mojtaba is dead, are they going to bring someone from within Khamenei or Khomeini's lineage?
There is no good candidates within Khamenei's lineage. There is
But
a
there is
good
one of
candidate within Khomeini. Ali Khomeini is a good one.
Yeah.
So if you want somebody that could be influential, Ali Khomeini. If you want an absolute prophet, you go with not prophet, puppet. If you want to go with a puppet, you go with RF, Ali Reza RF. If you want to go, so yeah, take a look at Ali Khomeini, which is the grandson of Ruhollah Khomeini. That's a candidate that people talk about a lot. Yes.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Ariana Persia.
Yeah.
That's
Good
the most
culture.
likely person. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for the super chat. Roman Viking says Vahidi, Rezai, and Taib run Iran? Libyan civil war? No. But Rezai doesn't run Iran. Rezai doesn't run Jack.
Reza is a puppet.
Taib.
Yes.
Taib and Vahidi, sure, you could say Vahidi.
Taib, Vahidi, Ghalibaf.
Jafari?
Jafari is a secondary right now. Influential, but
Yeah.
secondary. Like, I think these are Mujtaba if he's alive.
Yeah. So like Taib, Vahidi, Ghalibaf,
And
was
Mujtaba.
Kharazi until a few days ago. Yeah.
No, Kharazi was just like it.
He was going to rise up and they slapped him on the head.
Kharazi is a nobody.
Thank you.
He's just like, yeah. He's not a.
He was going to rise up. Thank you, Roman Viking, for the question. Redneck Jeep says, Ali, how's your friend holding up? No new information. I have to wait. Yeah, they're like really scared, so they don't want to talk about it. But appreciate you for asking. Yeah, hopefully I find out soon. Thank you very much. And
Thank you for your concern.
Thank you very much. Fit over 50 Fitness, appreciate the jewels. And BT says, chat,
BT.
new plan. No super chats for Ali until second half. Oh, wow.
Whoa.
I don't know, guys. What do you guys think about that? Seems kind of ridiculous to me.
Like that plan. BT has my back. Thank you.
Seems kind of ridiculous. Wait. I'm trying to show you this. Okay. I'm going to show. Okay. All right. Thank you, BT. And Nima Fars says, as a kid, I would scream Vatanam as loud as I can.
No.
Yeah, I love that song. But you know what, Nima? Learning Benam Shah, I'm going to do it with like blurry eyes because that song always makes me cry when I listen to it. But thank you for the super chat. And thank you, Jewish Samantha, for the jewels. Our next one is from Saber Coaching saying, I don't think you'll be winning anymore on the super chats, Ali. Yeah.
It's over. The era of Ali super chats is over.
The era of super chat. Yeah. True. Come on, guys. We need something good for Armin. We need something good.
I have no talents. Not worth it.
Yeah, you should rest. I don't know. I mean,
okay.
Thank you, Saber Coaching. Ram, you need to come up with something for Armin. You know, you've known him for 14 years. All right. Thank you for the super
my
chat.
only talent is weightlifting. Is that a talent? I also have some other talents that I cannot share on lives on a live stream.
Gotcha.
I could tell
Our next
my
one.
wife.
Our next one is from Jagatai saying, y'all have the best patriotic songs. I feel extra kinship since my Urdu lets me read 100% and understand 50% Farsi. Iran غرق انقلاب است. Javid Shah. Yeah, we would have an intro for you guys, but we want to make sure that if you were to click on the video, you'll get information like straight handed over to you. You don't have to wait for like 30 minutes. But thank you very much for the super chat.
Thank you.
It's cool. Okay, so we know Jagatai speaks Urdu. And our next one is from Christian Evan Christensen saying, saw the instrument in a clip of Azerbaijani musicians being forced to play it by Stalin in celebration of their annexation by Bolsheviks. Oh
my God.
I didn't know that. I had no idea.
That's dark.
That's tragic.
I don't like that.
Yeah. That's mean. That's very mean. But thank you. I had no idea. The more you know. And Qalibov profile picture says, don't you think this would be the perfect time to strike? New figures unlocked. Complete feelings Trump's not going to do anything. Oh, a complete feeling in Iran that Trump's not going to do anything. And it would be the third surprise attack.
You know, you have a very good point. That's actually a very good point. However, I don't know why Qalibov is saying that. Do you want to die, Qalibov? But other than that, that's a pretty good point. This is the best time right now.
Yeah, I think it would be an even better time because I don't think the strikes are going to happen until Mojtaba Khamenei, we get more information about him, unless he shows himself or unless he dies. I think that is probably what they're waiting for, if I had to guess. But thank you. Great point. And it could be tomorrow, and I could be completely wrong.
I'm taking so many pills. I think I'm taking too many pills.
What is that?
I'm going to take melatonin and some other because I think I need a lot of sleep right now. So I'm just going to take some pills that's going to make me sleep.
Okay. We're almost done. And thank you, Qalibov. I hope nothing happens to you. Our next one is from Christian, who says, Armin, try vodka for the throat. There you go. Slam it down.
Bad advice.
Go to bed with all your pills.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you, Christian. And Agent Anderson, haven't seen that in a while, says, great playing and feel better, Armin.
I will. Once I get some sleep. I'm just going to go sleep right after this. Yeah. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to try to go sleep, but then I'm going to see one thing on my to-do list, and I'm going to be like, you know what? I could get this out of my to-do list right before I sleep, and then I'm like, I got that one out. That felt good, and I could do another one. And then I'm going to be like, I'm going to be stuck with my to-do list instead of going to sleep. But that's why
going to be your fatal mistake.
Yeah.
And thank you, Agent Anderson. Appreciate seeing you again. And Lil Beeson, thank you for the jewels. Very much appreciated. And CJ says, any speculation on who is paying the likes of MTG, Joe Kent, and Tucker, who all of a sudden became Iran experts and massive TDS victims? Qatar.
Oh, Qatar. Yeah.
Qatar.
I mean, that's Canada. Yeah. Qatar. We say Qatar.
Yeah, it's pronounced Qatar.
You guys say, yeah. You know, when I left Iran, when people say like Qatar, I'm like, what? Where's Qatar? I'm like, you don't know where Qatar is? I'm like, I don't know. And then I look at the map. I'm like, oh, you mean Qatar? I'm like, what is Qatar? Okay, so anyways.
Yeah, but in American, it's Qatar. Thank you, CJ. It's Qatar. Yeah. And Wes Downer says, I'm even more pro Ali now that I know that you're a musician. Oh, are you also a musician? What do you play?
This is why you shouldn't support him, so we make him play more music. Being pro Ali means not giving him super chats. This is the new meaning.
Yes. Thank you, Wes. Appreciate that very much. And Nollybug says, thank you for playing the Santur for us, Ali Jun. Of course.
Yes. Yeah. And thank me for making him. Okay.
Although I'm gonna have to go learn that song, so let's limit it for now.
Yeah, okay.
And we're gonna again, what's Armin's punishment here, guys? You know?
Yeah, you guys don't have anything for me. You guys, you have nothing on me. That's why you can't think of it.
But you guys have to decide. Someone give me something. Thank you, Nollybug. And Elisheva, thank you for the jewels.
Thank you.
Our next one is from Todd Rathner saying, Armin, Abrahamic in that context makes sense. Thank you.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it makes sense when I'm using it with the religions. It doesn't make sense with the Accord, but yes. But thank you for reminding me. I need to not make a fool out of myself calling it Abrahamic Accord. Yeah, and thank you for the reminder.
Thank you, Todd. And Christian is saying the article by Jerusalem Post has named over half of Iranians who view Netanyahu positively. I gotta like fill in your guys' words to understand that part. So it says that 55% of Israelis want Netanyahu to step down at the same time. And then over 50% of Iranians view Netanyahu favorably, suggesting that Iranians like Netanyahu more than Israelis do. All right.
Iranians definitely like Netanyahu more than Israelis, for sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you, Christian, for looking for that info for me. Appreciate that very much.
Thank you.
And Wes Downer says you can make Armin bench press high amounts.
And that you're threatening me with a good time. I love doing bench presses. And also, how would I do it over here?
I only do incline. What about you?
You know, one day when I have enough assistants, you know, I'm going to hire assistants, right? My dream is to be able to do two things, right? Three things. Sleep until I want, do weights without having to look at the clock, and be in the shower without having to worry about the time. So go into the gym and lift weights without having to look at the time. Stay in the bed and spend time there and doing some other things. I'm going to go into that without having to worry about the time. And also when I'm in the shower, not having to worry about the time. So one day I'm going to get there.
Gotcha.
I need to be able to hire some assistants.
Thank you, Wes. Appreciate you. And Saber Coaching says, make Armin wear a turban during a stream. Oh, you have one?
No, I have a Shia thing that I used to wear.
You know, guys, I might have a punishment. I might have one.
Oh my God.
One of our dear viewers here sent me something. Our good old Steve Moretz. And this will be your punishment for today, Armin.
Today? You mean tomorrow? What?
For losing today.
Okay.
All right, guys. Yep.
Yep. What is that? Does that even look like me?
Ayatollah Armin.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, Grand Ayatollah.
He was talking about the turban. You know, we helped you with it.
Thank you. Okay. Hey, okay, this is an
go.
insult. Why is there an I Love San Francisco cup behind me? My cup says Commie Tears. That's what my cup says. Yes.
Right.
But it's okay. Okay.
Thank you, Steve, for sending that.
Arminatollah, somebody's saying in the chat. Okay. Guys, if I'm an Ayatollah, I'm a Grand Ayatollah. I'm a Marja.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. And Nyla says, vitamins build tolerance. Be careful. Even heartburn meds are not good. A shot of vinegar instantly cures it with an aftertaste, but much better. Rest. Javid Shah. Oh, you could try the vinegar. If you just
okay, I'm going to try the vinegar. I think okay. A
little bit at a time.
I love drinking vinegar for some reason. In fact, for some reason, I love it. Yeah, so I'm going to do that. Does it really help? The problem with resting is like I want to rest, but I have like a pain, and the pain doesn't let me sleep. But I'm going to try vinegar. Okay.
Well, if you don't rest, then the pain continues and possibly escalates.
Yes. Yeah, isn't vinegar, but like if I feel like acid, I'm just gonna ask AI because I thought it's acid. So why does adding acid to acid make the acid better? Like how does that work? Anyways, maybe Nyla is trying to punish me. Maybe that's a trick. Let me ask AI. Is vinegar good for heartburn? I'll figure it out.
Okay.
Is vinegar good for heartburn? Give me a short answer. Get to the point. No.
Oh,
So while some
dang
people
it.
claim apple cider vinegar helps, there is no scientific evidence. Okay, because vinegar is highly acidic, drinking it more likely to irritate your this thing and make heartburn symptoms worse. Okay, so no. But thank you. Good thing. Good thing to check.
She almost got you. Thank you, Nyla.
Oh, and Nyla,
And-
I see what you did there.
I know, right? And Finestras
Yes.
says, thank you, Armin, for Ali playing the Sand Tour.
Yes, thank you, Armin, for Ali playing the center.
Yeah,
That's
it's all Armin.
Thank you. I'll be here all day.
And Lior says, quote unquote, I played Sand Tour in Tehran, then this happened. Yep, there's my video. There's my video title. There we go.
There you go.
Thank you, Lior.
Thank you, Leo. That's a good title, yeah.
Appreciate that. And InServer says, you're a Trumpollah, not Ayatollah.
Trump. Okay, so
Classic.
Trump, meaning that we worship Trump. If he calls us Trump would lie. In server, you're back. You're back. So you're the Salt Knight. Okay, so the Fine Stars is the Salt Queen, and you're the Salt Knight.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you for the super chat. And our final one is from Audizu.
Or is it saying the center was my idea? Okay. So I just want to give credit to the person who came in.
It's all you guys, really.
Yes. Okay, Ali, like I know they were joking, but it feels bad. Thank you.
No.
Okay, it feels really bad. I'm just going to say thank you, Ali. That was fantastic.
Thank you.
For sharing it. Oh my God.
There we go.
I'm trying to play a role, but it feels bad.
And so, guys,
look at this.
Okay, so
the salty people are embracing each other. Fine Stars is saying, in server, I missed you. In server, show back some love to your salt queen. Bow down to your salt queen. You're the knight. What is this?
So
wait,
so guys, we have our outro of the day. Or actually, our copyright. This is from the White House, and they made something for us today. Here is what it is. I don't think we'll get copyrighted for this. It's different. I get copyrighted for the music, so I'm gonna shut that off. Guys, this is our outro from now on. The game of the United States.
The White House posted this? The White House
posted this today.
Wow.
Yeah.
So. So guys, Ali, do you keep singing it because it's
anyway.
That's pretty cool, actually.
Yeah. So I wonder, it just ends in the Oval Office. So that's the Iron
Wow. That is gorgeous, actually. Wow.
It's pretty cool. We should make one like this.
Yes.
We should make one. That should be our outro, actually. Okay, I think I know what I'm gonna do. We got two more from Saber Coaching, saying licorice root helps heartburn. Pepsid also.
What about sodium bicarbonate? No? Does it help? I hope that helps.
I'm not. What does that do?
Help with stomach acid? It's supposed to. I think for heartburn. Woo. Yeah, that works. Okay, that works.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you, Saber Coaching. Medical advice. And Audizu, who says, sorry, Armin, this is for the Sand Tour. Ooh,
it's
thank you.
Okay.
Oh.
We already lost.
And that just killed my second monitor for some reason. Thank you, Audizu. Appreciate that. And we have another one from Nyla says, "Trust me, just a half shot of
Ooh.
vinegar." Oh, oh,
Ooh. So Nyla or
yeah.
Gemini? Nyla or Gemini? I have to pick.
Thank you, Nyla.
Thank you, Nyla.
Yeah, I think you should believe her. Yeah. And our last one from Harris Bhatti says, "Where is Mujtaba? Is he the new Imam Zaman?" Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he's missing, so that's what the Imam Zaman's supposed to do, go in hiding. Not the He's supposed to be the representative of the hidden Imam. What happens with the representative of the hidden Imam is hidden himself. Then we need a representative for the representative of the hidden Imam. We could keep doing this, by the way.
He's the ultimate 12er Shia follower. He just, yep.
So somebody's saying, wait, not this one. Stop having tea. Caffeine won't help. My tea doesn't have caffeine. This is mango tea. That's strawberry tea. This is ginger tea. I don't know what that tea is, but it's not green tea. So none of my tea has caffeine.
We'll read this and then, yeah, we got Evan Christensen saying, "I have a punishment for Armin. Try to pronounce the name of Norway's king who went on a crusade."
Oh, oh no!
That's actually easy.
Reading your, is it? I have a difficult
Yeah.
time. Yes. Yeah, yeah. That I hate doing. I hate, it's really difficult for me to read like European stuff that I can't pronounce.
Wait, Christian, let me know. Is it Sigurd Jorsalfer? I don't know if I got it right, but thank you for the super chat.
Look at
Appreciate
this.
that.
Teresa is saying, making fun of my AI use. Give me a short answer and get to the point. I always say that. Or like every time I talk to AI, it's like, give me a short answer and get to the point. That's how I usually end it. Don't give me a wall of text.
Thank you so much, guys. And someone's even Farzad's telling you to throw up. Yeah,
I'm actually
people really care about you.
I have no appetite, so there's nothing to throw up. I've lost my appetite. So I don't know what's wrong.
Oh, and then Harris saying, "But seriously, where do you think Mujtaba is? In a hospital, or in a private medical room in his residence? It's probably where he is.
He's
dying.
either under the ground, dead. In a fridge, under the ground, in a hospital, in the supreme, like in an office somewhere, or in some home somewhere. These are the four options. We don't know which one.
Probably dying. Yeah, I mean that's got to take some years off your lifespan." Okay.
All right. Oh, look
So
at
guys,
this beautiful message. Like saying, "Thanks, guys. Love you." Thank you, Carrie. Love you
thank
too.
you, Gary. Appreciate that. Hope you're
Appreciate
doing
it.
well. Hope you guys are all doing well. We got everything we needed to cover for you guys today, and it was really interesting. So that was some big pieces of news. We actually, that is a very clarifying day.
It was.
We know
It was
now.
a big day today.
Yeah. Yeah, we figured out what the Islamic Republic wants to do from now on. So, all right, guys. And with that.
All right, guys. With that, we'll see you guys. Guys, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell notification. And thank you to everybody who's liking the stream. Oh, we got 2 more super chat. 3.
Okay, we got Harris, who said, "So basically, he is in Sardab like Imam Zaman." Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you.
He is nowhere to be found. Thank you, Harris, for the super chat. And our next one is from Sarah Yu. Says, "Chest pain equals see a doctor. Get it checked out."
No, but it's heartburn. It's not like it's like acid stuff. But yeah, maybe. I mean, you have to. If it persists, then I will. God damn it! Then I would have to take a day off.
Famous last words. Thank you, Sarah Yu. Appreciate that.
Oh no. Okay, I will. We'll see. And thank you. All right, guys. Subscribe, hit the bell notification, like the stream. Thank you to everybody who liked the stream. Guys, we don't ask you to like the stream because it doesn't matter. It actually does matter. It makes a huge difference. So please like the stream. And we'll see you guys same time tomorrow. Sorry, I'm very low. I can't hear. I'm so low energy. Okay, I'll try to give it my best. Okay. All right. High energy. High energy. I'm Israel Khan.
I'm Israel Khan.
Slava Ukrainian.
Slava Ukrainian.
Cuba Libre.
Cuba Libre.
Taiwan
Taiwan
Jayo.
Jayo.
Long live America.
Long live America.
Javid Shah.
Javid Shah. Payende. Iran.
Iran. Mwah. That was high energy.